Hello students, welcome you all to the one-shot revision of exponent and powers for class 7. In this chapter, we are going to discuss what are exponents and powers along with what is the use of that, okay, and what are the different laws of exponents and some basic operations on the same. Okay, so we'll start with the basic understanding of exponents. So we know that the continued sum of a number added to itself a number of times can be written as the product of a natural number equal to the number of times it is added and the number itself. So basically what it means to say that if I want to add 5 to itself 7 times, so I'll write it as 5 plus 5 plus 5, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. So what can we say? That it is equal to 7 times 5 added to itself. Okay, so it will be written as 7 into 5. We all are familiar to this thing. Okay, now if I want to add minus 2 to itself 9 times, okay, if I want to add minus 2 to itself 9 times, then I can, in the short form, I can write it as 9 into minus 2, which is equal to minus 18. Correct? Now, with the same logic, I can say that if I want to add 3 by 4 to itself 5 times, I can write it directly as 5 into 3 by 4. Okay, we can do the same thing in exponents also. Okay, we can do the same thing in exponents also. So the continued product of a number multiplied with itself several times. Okay, continued product of a number multiplied by itself several times can be written as the number raised to the power a natural number equal to the number of times that the number multiplied with itself. For example, if I want to let's say multiply 5 to itself 7 times, so 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. ओके, थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट होता है इसको लिखना क्योंकि बार बार 5 को अपने आप से मल्टीप्लाई करके अगर हम किसी इक्वेशन में या फिर किसी क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करते हुए इफ आई हैव टू राइट इट अगेन एंड अगेन, सो इट इज क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट और बहुत ज़्यादा हैंडी नहीं होता. सो दैट्स वेयर द एक्सपोनेंट्स कम इनटू पिक्चर. Simplify the method of writing. So this 5 multiplied to itself 7 times can be written as 5 to the power 7. Okay, same goes for that minus 2 ka example. So in the previous slide we have seen that if I want to add minus 2 to itself 9 times, अगर मुझे add करना है minus 2 को अपने आप से 9 बार, तो मैं उसको 9 into minus 2 लिखता हूँ. But what if I want to multiply minus 2 to itself 9 times? I'll write it as minus 2 to the power 9. Okay, so it is just a way of writing. Next, 3 by 4 multiplied to itself 5 times. It will be written as 3 by 4 whole to the power 5. Okay, so basically exponent is nothing. It is just a different way of writing the numbers or multiplication of numbers so that our effort of writing reduces. लिखने का जो effort है उसको reduce करने के काम आता है. Okay, now this 100 is equal to 10 into 10, so it can be written as 10 square or 10 to the power 2. उसको बोलते कैसे हैं? 10 raised to the power 2. Okay, similarly 1000 can be written as 10 into 10 into 10, which is equal to 10 cube. 10,000 10 into 10 into 10 into 10, that is 10 raised to the power 4, and 1 lakh will be 10 raised to the power 5. तो जितने नंबर ऑफ जीरोस हैं उतना पावर लगेगा. मान लो 100 जीरोस हैं 1 के बाद, तो 10 to the power 100 and so on. Okay, तो अगर मेरे पास 1 के बाद there are 100 zeros, so it will be quite difficult to write it again and again. But what if I have the method of writing in the means of exponents? I can directly write it as 10 raised to the power 4. That's 10 raised to the power 100. That's it. As simple as that. Okay, so I hope we are able to understand कि क्यों exponents हम use कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, चलो. So now, so for any rational number a into a multiplied to itself n times can be written as a to the power n. अभी यहाँ पर a will be called the base and n will be called the exponent. We'll talk about it further in the next slide. Okay, now this is a practice question. So what we can do, 256 को 2 की पावर में डिनोट करना है. नाउ वी कैन सी दैट 2 into 2 is 4, 2 into 2 into 2 is 8, into 2 is 16, into 2 is 32, into 2 is 64, into 2 is 128, into 2 is 256. So 256 can be written as 2, 2, 2, 2, 4 और 2 की पावर 8 में इसको मैं डिनोट कर सकता हूँ. दैट इज इक्वल टू 256. Okay. Now the second question is, which one is greater, 8 to the power 2 or 2 to the power 8? So 8 to the power 2 is equal to 8 into 8, 64, and 2 to the power 8 is equal to this we have just calculated, which is equal to 256. So we can say that 2 to the power 8 is greater than 8 to the power 2. That's it. Okay. तो effort of writing को reduce करने के लिए we use exponents. That is the basic use of exponent. So now let's talk about why exponents are required. Like we have talked previously, it reduces the effort of writing, right? So if we talk about this particular number 868 and there are a lot of zeros, that is the mass of Uranus, or mass of Earth is also like quite big. तो अगर मुझे इस क्वांटिटी को बार बार यूज करना है, लाइक इन फिजिक्स और मैथमेटिक्स, इफ आई हैव टू यूज दिस क्वांटिटी, these quantities again and again, so is it practical to write these numbers again and again? I don't think so. Okay, so if this number can be written in a very simplified form or a short form, that would be really beneficial for me, right? तो मेरे लिए बहुत सिंपल हो जाएगा उस इक्वेशन को या फिर उस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करना. Otherwise I'll waste half of my effort on writing the numbers itself. Okay, so let's see. Now this mass of Earth, quite large number, mass of Uranus, large number, then Sun and Saturn के बीच का distance, Saturn और Uranus के बीच का distance, these are quite large numbers. So exponents are used to convert very large numbers or very small numbers into a dignified form, okay, or into a simple or short form. For example, these numbers can be written as this 597000000000000000 and 000 kgs can be written as 5.97 into 10 to the power 24. This is called the standard form of a exponent, okay, like these. Okay, now let's try to understand how these numbers can be converted into the standard form. So if I talk about the mass of Earth, so just see how many zeros are there. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 3, 9, 3, 12, 3, 15, 3, 18, 3, 21 and 22. So at the end there are 22 zeros. So this can be written as 597 into 10 to the power 22. जितने भी zeros हैं उसकी power लगा दो और zero को हटा दो. ठीक है, there were 22 zeros at the end of the number. Okay, तो trailing zeros जितने भी हैं उनको power में चढ़ा दो. Okay, now this is still not the standard form. Standard form कौन सी होती है, जहां पर सिर्फ एक डिजिट के बाद डेसिमल आना चाहिए. For example, this one, there should be only one digit on the left of the decimal. Okay, so अगर मुझे डेसिमल यहाँ पर लगाना है, if I have to apply the decimal here, so what I need to do, अभी डेसिमल कहाँ पर है, अभी डेसिमल है यहाँ पे. अभी डेसिमल को जितना टाइम लेफ्टवर्ड शिफ्ट करते हैं, द नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स आई शिफ्ट द डेसिमल ऑन द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड, उतने नंबर ऑफ जीरोस 10 के ऊपर लगेंगे. So in this case, I am shifting the decimal 2 times on the left hand side. So what I'll write this number as 5.97 into 10 to the power 24. Initially it was 22. उसके बाद 24 आया, 2 का increase था because the decimal got shifted 2 times on the left hand side. Okay. Now let's do it with another thing, that is distance between Saturn and Uranus. Okay. Now let's see. There are how many zeros? 3, 3, 6, 3, 9. So this number can be written as 1439 into 10 to the power 9, right? Now to convert it into the standard form, what I need to do? I have to apply the decimal after 1. The digit 1 के बाद decimal लगाना है. So decimal अभी यहाँ पर है, okay? तो उसको 3 बार leftward shift देना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. So it will become 1.439 into 10 to the power 9 plus 3, that is equal to 12, because I've shifted the decimal to the right and left hand side 3 times. Okay, I hope we are able to understand this. Let's move on to the next one. So 5.97 into 10 to the power 24, what does it mean? Okay, so this 10 to the power 24 is called the power or the exponent and powers का mixture. So this 10 will be called the base and 24 will be called the exponent. 10 will be called the base and 24 will be called the exponent, and the entire number 10 to the power 24, this is called the power. ओके, ये बहुत बड़ा मिसकंसेप्शन है दैट एक्सपोनेंट एंड पावर्स इज द सेम थिंग. ऐसा नहीं है. a to the power b, I'll write it again. So a to the power b में ये एक्सपोनेंट है. ओके, this is called the base and this entire thing, this entire expression will be called the power. Okay, so try to remember this thing. Now let's solve an example. So we have to do the expansion of the number 2 to the power 4. So 2 to the power 4 means 2 is getting multiplied to itself 4 times. So I'll express it as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, and 3 square means 3 getting multiplied to itself 2 times. So 3 into 3. So 2 into 2 4, into 2 8, into 2 16, and 3 into 3, that is 9. 16 into 9 is equal to 144. That should be the correct answer. This is how we expand the exponent and powers. Okay. Now next question, one more question let's do. अभी इसमें एक चीज, in this question we need to remember one thing, that if there is a negative sign, कभी भी कोई सा भी negative sign हो, उसके आगे कोई सा भी number लगा लो. Let's say take the example of -2. Now if this -2 raised to the power 4, तो नेगेटिव नंबर के ऊपर कभी भी इवन पावर लगता है तो नेगेटिव वैनिश हो जाता है, और नेगेटिव नंबर पे कभी भी ऑड पावर लगता है तो वो एज इट इज रहता है. ऐसा क्यों होता है? लेट्स सी. सो दिस -2 to the power 4 कैन बी रिटन एज -2 -2 -2 -2, and -5 to the power 2 can be written as -5 -5. Okay, now we all know that if two negative things are multiplied to each other, then the negative sign vanishes. So because of these two negative signs will be gone. Okay, because of these two negative signs again gone, these two negative signs again gone. So basically क्या होता है कि दो दो के पेयर बन जाते हैं. For example, 2 to the power -2 to the power 4 में there are two pairs of 2, मतलब -2 -2 and -2 -2. So always remember this thing, that if a negative number is raised to the even power, the negative sign vanishes. Okay, and if it is raised to an odd number, तो फिर कुछ नहीं होता, it remains as it is. So this will become 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, that is 16, into 5 into 5, that is 25. Okay, so this will become 400. Chalo. Okay, let's move on to the next example. Now find out the value of -1 to the power 3. Again we are going to talk about the same thing. So basically -1 into -1 into -1. Because of the first two minuses or negative signs, it will become positive. लेकिन फिर भी एक नेगेटिव है हमारे पास. So it will be equal to 1 with a negative sign. Okay, 1 with a negative sign. Okay, but what if -1 to the power 6? It will become equal to +1. Just remember that thing which I said earlier, that on a negative number, if an even power is raised, the negative sign vanishes. अगर odd power है तो negative sign remains as it is. Okay. Okay, so what is the conclusion? From the last slide we can conclude that basically माइनस के ऊपर ऑड पावर है तो माइनस साइन एज इट इज रहता है, लेकिन अगर इवन पावर है तो माइनस साइन वैनिश हो जाता है एंड इट बिकम्स अ पॉजिटिव थिंग. ओके, सो हम ऐसा कुछ करके लिख सकते हैं कि -1 to the power n, if n is a natural even number, then it will become 1 plus का 1, and if n is a odd natural number तो it will remain minus 1. Okay, again and again saying the same thing because it is quite important. Okay, now expansion of number, let's see another example. So find the product of the cube of minus 2 by 3 and square of 4 by minus 5. So let's do it. Cube of minus 2 by 3. So what does cube means? This, a power of 3. And product of this and another number, that is 4 by minus 5. Square of this. Square ka matlab a power of 2. So it will become minus 2 by 3, minus 2 by 3, minus 2 by 3. 4 by minus 5, 4 by minus 5. ओके, सो बनेगा क्या आखिर में? ये माइनस से माइनस कटा, ये माइनस से माइनस कैंसल आउट. सो 2 into 2 into 2, that becomes 8. 3 into 3 into 3, 27 multiplied by 4 into 4, 16 divided by 5 into 5, 25, and there is a negative sign intact. So I'll write it here and you can finally solve the expression. Quite a simple thing. Okay, now let's move on to the law of exponents. So basically the first law says, quite important, all the laws that we are going to discuss बहुत important है. Okay, so the first law says that if the bases are same and the powers are different and there is a multiplication sign in between, okay, so the powers get added. So a to the power m multiplied by a to the power n, have to remember the law exactly what it is saying. a to the power m, a to the power n, अगर दोनों का multiplication होता है and we can see that the bases are same, so it will become a to the power m plus n. ऐसा होता क्यों है? Let's see. So let's take an example, 2 to the power 3 into 2 to the power 4. So let's expand it. 2 to the power 3 means 2 into 2 into 2. I'm taking the bases as same, both the bases are 2 and there is a multiplication sign in between. And ये एक हुआ 2 into 2 into 2, दूसरा क्या 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So I can see there are 7 2's, right? There are 7 2's, so it will become 2 to the power 7. ऐसा हो क्यों रहा है? Because this 3 का मतलब है that there are 3 2's in multiplication. इस 4 का मतलब है that there are 4 2's in multiplication. तो अगर मैं उन दोनों चीजों को, उन दोनों एक्सप्रेशंस को आपस में मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा, so at the end I'll be left with 7 2's in multiplication. So that's why just remember this thing, that if there are if the bases are same and we have powers as different, or it can be same also, okay, and if both the expressions are getting multiplied, so the powers get added. Okay, so it will become 2 to the power 3 plus 4, which is equal to 2 to the power 7. So let's do some questions on the same. So 2 to the power 3 into 2 to the power 5. Since the bases are same, I'll write the formula on the right hand side, a to the power m into a to the power n. Bases are same, multiplication sign in between. I'm repeating it again and again, जिससे याद हो जाए, and it will become a to the power m plus n. Correct? So 2 to the power 3 into 2 to the power 5, bases same, बीच में multiplication का sign, so it will become 2 to the power 3 plus 5, which is equal to 2 to the power 8. और 2 to the power 8 हमने अभी देखा है, that is equal to 128 itself. Okay, not 128, it is equal to 256. अभी देखा था, right? Okay, minus 3 to the power 4 into minus 3 to the power 3. So again the bases are same, multiplication sign in between, so it will become minus 3 to the power 4 plus 3, which is equal to minus 3 to the power 7. Simple. Okay, then now the second law, which is about division. Okay, which is about division. So a to the power m divided by a to the power n. So it can also be written as a to the power m divided by a to the power n. दोनों में से कैसा भी लिख लो, आप ये वाला साइन लगा सकते हो या फिर ये वाला साइन लगा सकते हो, जैसा आपको सही लगे. So basically it is equal to a to the power m minus n. तो अगर वो जो फर्स्ट लॉ था, इट वाज सेइंग इफ देयर इज अ मल्टीप्लिकेशन साइन इन बिटवीन, देन यू ऐड द पावर्स. इफ देयर इज अ डिवीजन साइन इन बिटवीन, you subtract the powers. As simple as that. Okay, let's do a few questions on the same. 3 to the power 7 divided by 3 to the power 4. So 3 to the power 7 divided by 3 to the power 4, since the bases are same and there's a division sign in between, we'll subtract the powers. So 3 to the power 7 minus 4, which is equal to 3 to the power 3, and we know what 3 to the power 3 is. 3 into 3 into 3, that is equal to 27. Okay, let's move on to the next question, which is minus 5 to the power 8 divided by minus 5 to the power 3. So it will be equal to subtraction का power आएगा. So minus 5 to the power 8 minus 3, which is equal to minus 5 to the power 5. Now इसमें हम कह सकते हैं ना, हमने अभी अभी देखा है that negative number पे if there is an odd power, like in this case the power is 5 का, so if there is an odd power तो हम ऐसा बोल सकते हैं that the final number should also be a negative thing. Okay, so minus 5 to the power 5 is a negative number. So let's move on to the third law, which is a to the power m whole to the power n. So in this case, both the powers gets multiplied. A to the power m whole to the power n will be equal to a to the power m into n. So let's understand why it happens. So let's say 2 to the power 3 whole to the power 4. Now this 2 to the power 3 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 whole to the power 4. मतलब ये जो तीन पावर है वो 4 बार रिपीट होगी. तीन चीजों को 4 बार रिपीट करने में क्या होता है, वी मल्टीप्लाई इट, राइट. इसको अगर मैं एक्सपैंड करता हूं, इट विल बिकम 2 into 2 into 2. ऐसा 4 बार लिखना है. 2 into 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into 2 again, and 2 into 2 into 2. So there are 12 2's that we can see, right? So what do? We multiply both the powers. So it will directly become 2 to the power 12. Without the expansion, you can directly say that if it is 2 to the power 3 whole to the power 4, then this is equal to 2 to the power 3 into 4, which is 2 to the power 12. Now, there's a confusion that a lot of students have, that they consider, let's say, 2 to the power 3 whole to the power 4, and they are not able to differentiate it with 2 to the power 3 to the power 4. Okay, these two things are exactly different. There is no similarity in these two. Okay, so let's expand it. So this becomes, because of the third law, this will become 2 to the power 3 into 4, that is 12. And this is actually equal to this 4 का power है ना, वो power के ऊपर लगा हुआ है. In this case, the 4 का power was on the entire thing. वहां पर in the first case the power of 4 was raised to the 2 to the power 3 entire thing, but in the second case that 4 का power was only on the power itself. So it will become 2 to the power 3 to the power 4. What is 3 to the power 4? That is equal to 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. ये कुछ ऐसा है, and it will become 2 to the power 81. Now, do we see any similarity between 2 to the power 12 and 2 to the power 81? No, because there is nothing similar. Okay, so these two things are entirely different. Don't get confused between these two. Okay, so this was a third law of exponent, which is a to the power m whole to the power n will be equal to a to the power m into n. Now, let's do certain questions on the same. So 2 to the power 3 whole to the power 2 will be equal to 2 to the power 3 into 2, which is equal to 2 to the power 6 because of the third law. 3 to the power 2 whole to the power 4 will be equal to 3 to the power 2 into 4, which is equal to 3 to the power 8. As simple as that, using the third law of exponent. Now, let's move on to the fourth law. First law क्या था? When the bases are same. Fourth law is when the powers are same and the bases are different. Okay, in this case the powers are same and the bases are different. Try to remember in this way. Okay, first और second law में the bases were same. Fourth और fifth law में the powers are same. और ये बहुत simple सा law है. See, a to the power m into b to the power m. Take the power common outside. So it will become a into b whole to the power m. Okay, and same goes for the fifth law, which is a to the power m divided by b to the power m. Take the power outside as common, a by b whole to the power m. Okay, I hope that it is quite simple to remember. Let's do a few questions on this. So 2 to the power 3 multiplied by 3 to the power 3. So in this, the bases are different and the powers are same. So we'll apply the fourth law of exponent, which is 2 into 3 whole to the power 3, which is 6 to the power 3, which is equal to 216. Okay. Similarly, this question 4 to the power 4 into 3 to the power 4, which is equal to 4 into 3 to the power 4, which is 4 into 3 is equal to 12, and it will become 12 to the power 4. Okay. Now the fifth law which we have already discussed, कि अगर फिर से power same है and there is a division sign in between, so what I'll do, a to the power m divided by b to the power m, will take the m common outside in the power and it will become 8 by b whole to the power m. That's it. Okay, so this was the fifth law of exponent. Let's do certain question on the same. So 2 to the power 3 divided by 3 to the power 3, take the power common as outside, and inside we are left with 2 by 3 whole to the power 3. Okay, similarly the second one, 4 to the power 4 divided by 3 to the power 4, it will become 4 by 3 whole to the power 4. Okay, now the next thing, which is numbers with exponent 0. So this also we have to remember, that numbers with exponent 1, let's say I want to say a to the power 1 is equal to a. 1 is the invisible power जो सब पे लगा होता है लेकिन हमें दिखता नहीं है, right? Similarly, if a to the power 0 is written, 0 का मतलब a is not multiplied with anything. तो अगर कोई चीज मल्टीप्लाई ही नहीं हुई है, then it should always be equal to 1. किसी भी नंबर पे या किसी भी वेरिएबल पे, ये हमेशा याद रखना है, किसी भी नंबर पे या किसी भी वेरिएबल पे कभी भी 0 का पावर लगा हुआ है, so what we'll do, we'll directly write it as 1. Okay, need to remember this thing. Okay, but there is one exception, this base cannot be 0. The base cannot be equal to 0, otherwise और कुछ भी हो सकता है. Okay, now let's see. Number with 0 exponent 0, write the exponential form for 8 into 8 into 8 into 8 taking base as 2. Now इसको हम क्या करना चाह रहे हैं, this number 8 into 8 into 8 into 8, इसको 2 के बेस में कन्वर्ट करना है. Let's see how to do that. So 8 into 8 into 8 into 8, this can be written as 8 to the power 4. Okay, follow the process carefully. Now this 8 into this 8, can we say that this 8 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2, 2 into 2, 4 into 2, 8, and it can be written as 2 to the power 3. So 8 can be written as 2 to the power 3. I'll replace the value. So 8 is 2 to the power 3 whole to the power 4. Now according to the third law of exponent, I'll write it here, 8 to the power m whole to the power n is equal to 8 to the power m into n. So can I say in this also we can apply that third law of exponent? It will be equal to 2 to the power 3 into 4, which is equal to 2 to the power 12. So this is what question was asking, कि 8 into 8 into 8 into 8 को 2 की power में express करना है. You'll get a lot of questions like this. Okay. Okay. So this was all. There is only one topic which is remaining, that is decimal number system. So in your NCERT, it is given that we should know how to break a number. Okay, so let's take an example of the number 2, 5, 6, 3, 4. So we are quite familiar with the place values, right? So 2, 5, 6, 3, 4. In this, we know that this is units place. Okay, this one is tens place, this is hundreds place, this is thousands place, okay, and this is 10,000, right? So basically होता क्या है, it means that there are two 10,000 in the number, there are 5 thousands in the number, there are 6 hundreds in the number, there are 3 tens in the number, and there are 4 ones in the number. It means like this. Okay, so क्या मैं इस form को जो मैंने अभी बोला, I can write it down mathematically, right? Okay, so I'll write it down mathematically and will say that there are 2 10,000s in the number, though 10,000 है इस नंबर में, सो मैं ऐसा बोल दूं दो 10,000 है तो 2 into 10,000, okay, plus, and there are 5,000s in the number, so it will be 5 into 1,000, plus there are 600s in the number, so 6 into 100, plus there are 3 tens in the number, so 3 into 10, and there are 4 ones in the number, so it is equal to 4 into 1. So this is the decimal expansion of a number basically. तो आप किसी भी number को according to the place value you can expand, okay, and this is also called the generalized form. So this brings us to the end of the video, and we have covered everything from exponent and powers class 7 from your NCERT, and I'll see you in the next video then. Bye bye.